up the road. And, you know, when we go up there, Coach Reeves and his staff, they really open up to us. And we've been able to get a good number of ideas from those people. And it's been very beneficial to us because the type of offenses that you're seeing in the WAC today with people throwing the ball 50 times a game, you get a very similar type of offense that you see in the NFL a lot of. And some of the ideas that the Broncos have really helped us as far as molding a philosophy or molding a type of defense that we do want to play.
For Cal McCombs, one of the best parts of coaching at the Air Force Academy is working with young men who are tomorrow's leaders.
There's no doubt about it. Working with these guys, you can see that there's a lot of young men there that will be leaders in our country, whether it be in the military or whether it be in the civilian world, in the next 20 or 30 years. And, you know, it's very gratifying to know that maybe somewhere along the way, you may have made a positive impression on them that has maybe helped them develop some of the traits that our country is looking for to continue it being a great nation. And, you know, that may sound corny, but, I mean, that's it's really gratifying to be a part of all this.
For Coach McCombs, the opportunity to coach at the Academy has given him, along with his wife, Lynn, son Will, and daughter Lane, an opportunity to live and work in a great place like Colorado. And for right now, he couldn't ask for anything more.
I'm sort of a funny fella as far as goals are concerned. I really don't have any long-range goals. I don't believe. I don't really look that far down the road. The biggest thing that I want to concentrate on is being the best assistant football coach that I can be.
And, Coach, he told me he used to coach against you when you were at Appalachian State.
Oh, he sure did. He was down at Southern. I tell you, we tried to hire him several times up at Appalachian. And, you know, what a great football coach he is. And he's got to be crazy to coach you in the WAC, you know, with all the passing schemes that we see. But what a great role model and what a great father Cal McCombs is.
All right, let's meet Johnny Smith now, our player profile of the week. And here again, Lee Douglas.
All right. Down. Set. Hey.
Before the season's over, we'll be talking about a lot of interesting stories dealing with Air Force football. But in my opinion, one of the most interesting dates back to spring ball. So tonight on Falcon Focus, the story of Johnny Smith. Actually, the story begins in the '84 season. Johnny Smith, number 37, the backup fullback to Pat Evans, scores what would turn out to be a critical touchdown in the Falcons' third straight upset over Notre Dame.
South Bend 2 years ago. So that ended up being, well, I guess it was a game winner, I don't know, but it was one of my first touchdowns in that stadium. That was been pretty much my career highlight, I guess.
But the story gets even better. Last year, Pat Evans out with a knee injury, and Johnny becomes the starting fullback for the first half of the season, and he winds up the year as the Falcons' second leading rusher. 722 yards on 108 carries, including 5 touchdowns, and along with that, a big 133-yard game against Rice, and a 175-yarder later in the year against Utah.
A 100-yard game wasn't, never really thought that would happen to me, and then it did, you know, and then I said, hey, you know, I can do this every game.
But a problem. With Pat back and healthy, Johnny wouldn't get to play every game, or at least start every game, unless. And that's when the big idea came in spring football last March. How about putting both Pat Evans and Johnny Smith in the same backfield together? Move Johnny over to halfback. Give the team a little game experience at an inexperienced position.
Not that I didn't enjoy splitting the time with Pat last year at fullback, but I think that, you know, it was a good move as far as getting a senior backfield.
And this story has a happy ending. Johnny is back in the starting lineup again, and the move seems to be working out great. So let's call this the success story of Johnny Smith, a senior from Fayetteville, Georgia, who just happened to end up at the Air Force Academy.
I was getting recruited by Chan Gay, who's with the Broncos now, and he's from Americus, Georgia, which is not too far away. And I really had no plan to come in here to begin with, and I was getting recruited by a couple of smaller schools around where I live, and Duke University was the only big school I had. And on signing day, they said they didn't have a scholarship for me.
So that, my friends, is Duke's mistake, because as all Falcon fans know, this boy can play.
That's not bad, Johnny. That's not bad.
He got the action, he got the motion. Well, the boy can play. Dedication, devotion, turning all the night time into the day. Then after all the violence and double talk, it's just a song ain't all the trouble and the strife. You do the walk, yeah, you do the walk on love. You do the walk on love.
For Air Force Football 86, I'm Lee Douglas.
Coach Johnny Smith has got to be the definition of team player.
Hey, you can say that again. And what a great commitment Johnny has made to our football team this year, to move from fullback to halfback. And what a great competitor he is. And I'm just glad he's on my side, I guarantee you.
All right, we'll talk about the open week and see how the rest of the WAC teams did. We'll have that and wrap it up when we come right back. Some of the other teams. Look at that. You predicted that, Coach.
Well, I said all along, you better watch out for those guys, and they're going to win a bunch of football games this year. And did they surprise Wisconsin to the Big Ten?
Cowboys almost a big upset.
Well, Baylor's picked in the top 10 this year, and Wyoming had a great chance to win the ball game, John. Missed a field goal and 2 extra points and two-point conversions.
Big win for Leon Fuller.
Hey, I'm really happy for Leon and for Steve Bartello, and well, what a great day they had, and that's a real big win for them and for our conference.
San Diego State beats Long Beach State, and also not much to say about BYU. They rolled big over Utah State. Of course, we're going to be back here next week, folks. It's an open week. I know you can use it.
Oh, we sure can. I'll tell you, coming home on that plane last night, and getting back at 4 o'clock in the morning, our players need the rest. They need to, get their bumps and bruises, and praise the Lord, we haven't had any serious injuries to this date, and it'll be a good chance, and I assure you one thing, we're going to work on a passing game. Okay, we'll be back next Monday night, same time. We'll take a look at the Wyoming Cowboys and also have more for you on Air Force Football 1986. So long, everybody.
Air Force Football 1986 with head coach Fisher Deberry. Sponsored by...
Really were, John. Over 48,000. It was Youth Day, Band Day, and, that just excites us when that many young people will turn out, and we certainly were appreciative of the support we got from our fans, and I thought they were in the ball game the whole way.
All right, let's go out to Falcon Stadium and take a look at the highlights. There we can see the drum and bugle corps and a lot of the wing on the field. Coach, let's talk about the wind. It was a very windy day. What effect did that have?
John, it kept changing and it kept gusting, but the wind definitely was a factor.